fully get
No, yeah, I didn't
this
watch any
spoiled or
video. I just
anything.
saw pictures. I'm like,
Oh, see, the only picture I saw was the two, and that was the ones that leaked yesterday.
okay.
So
We know the same amount of information then.
that's good. Let me know. Can you hear it?
Yes. Whoa, aggressive.
Who are you?
Was that a cross that he had pulled out?
I don't know what kind of sword that was.
All I have ever known in my life. Our land. Our customs. My family. Burns in the name of unification.
You think it's a Milan situation or her dad couldn't fight?
Maybe.
It
I'm
feels
also hoping
too liberal that the man would be like, cool, yeah, go fight.
right. I'm also hoping that it doesn't feel too much like Ghost
You are
of
still a
Tsushima.
frog in a
Yeah.
well who knows nothing of the sea. The ocean's filled with new ships,
Ooh.
but they all come from the same river.
The cinematic looks great. I wonder if they'll have some gameplay footage at all.
Yeah, we're in there.
Power.
That's the thing though, dude. All the Assassin's Creed games look incredible.
Vengeance.
Every single one of them.
Yeah, fair.
Look at it. So you get like the samurai. Oh my god, that's
Oh god.
Whoa. So you get to have the samurai and the ninja life a little bit, I think.
And you? Will you continue down that river? Or choose another path beyond what we see?
Oh, wait a minute, are they fighting?
And we must look for it together.
Oh, okay.
I wonder how this ties into like the overall Assassin's Creed story.
Man, we'll have to talk about that after the trailer.
We must learn to trust. Rebuild.
You know what I miss from the old Assassin's Creed? It's like blending into the crowd. That would be kind of hard for Yasuke, but maybe not for the other girl.
Yeah.
Oh, not the song I thought it was. He's not even sneaking up on people.
No, he just fighting. He is not the assassin of the two.
No. Need to show up. It's clobbering time.
I said, who do you serve? We are the shadows.
That serve the light.
Oh, we got it comes out 90 degrees now.
Yeah, I mean that's smart, so you don't have
November.
Ooh, that's
15th. That's. I really was not thinking we were gonna do an Assassin's Creed this year.
I wasn't either, to be honest.
Yeah, it's just like, I don't know. But anyway, thoughts on the general trailer. I know you asked earlier how it's gonna fit into like the overall Assassin's Creed ethos. Did you play Valhalla?
Yes, I played Valhalla. I did not play Mirage. That was the last one, right?
Mirage either. I keep forgetting Mirage exists. I'm not gonna lie, low key. I need to figure out what happened at the end of Mirage. But basically, the protagonist, or not the protagonist, one of the side characters in Valhalla became the protagonist that we follow in Mirage.
Right, and I don't know that part.
He's kind of like, it seemed like they were pitching him as the new Desmond, which I did not personally enjoy. I think a lot of people didn't really like that.
Yeah, because I know I do remember at the end of Valhalla, he kind of took the place of Layla. Yeah. And I just assumed at some point in in Mirage that Layla would have came back. So I guess no, like her story's just done.
I mean, I don't remember it super well, but basically fair. He was like, we thought that it was his descendant that we were watching in the past, because the animus, it like takes you to the past, but then he was not Bayek, I forget his name, but the guy that's the protagonist of Mirage, Basim, he was there in present day, and he was like, it seemed like he was confused about it or something. So I don't know if he got transported. But then Mirage is also it's his origin story.
That's interesting that
that's why I'm like, he's kind of the new Desmond, but I don't like it.
It's interesting that he's confused, because I remember from Valhalla that she went to, I don't even know what you want to call that. Like, I wonder, maybe she went to like Valhalla in there, but like she was with the tree, and the way that he kind of took her spot was like he was very focused on doing that. Like he knew that he was like, yeah, this is why I lured you here.
Yeah.
So it's weird for him to be like, I don't know how I got here. Like, you did know. You set all this in motion.
Yeah, it's, I don't know. That part of the whole like fitting into like the overarching story. To me, when Desmond died, the overarching story also died too.
I'm gonna be honest. It's my least favorite part of Assassin's Creed. I don't care really about the overarching story and like going to the modern time.
Desmond was my boy. I was sad. I played through that part.
Those.
It hurt. Well, now that is fair. His parts were not all that engaging, but then like when he died, I realized how much I did like Desmond.
So I was the opposite. When that ended, I was like, yes, no more going to the past. Let's go. Or going to the future, and we still went to the future.
But it was like, he was slowly becoming an assassin. I thought that was kind of neat, but
that's fair.
What else is I gonna say? So when you said how does this fit into the overarching story, you didn't necessarily mean like the present day animus stuff.
I did, because I know it's just there.
Yeah.
It's not my favorite part, but I know it's like a necessary evil with Assassin's Creed. So I'm just like,
honestly, they went a couple of games without it. They were just like, welcome to the Animus, and that was it. You were the Desmond at that point.
Yeah,
I don't know why they didn't just stick with that, because I don't really like Basim. He's a snake.
Yeah, I mean, the way he got to the future kind of sucked. So it's like, I don't necessarily want to follow him around, but like with the past couple of games, like I didn't play Mirage, so I don't know for sure how they did it for that one. I'm assuming he's just Basim remembering his life before. Yeah. But like with Valhalla, the way that they kind of explained like there being the choice or like the two protagonists was like, we don't know if this person was male or female. And then like even with Odyssey, even though you had the choice for the game's perspective, they said like, okay, Cassandra was the canon choice. So like, I wonder what they're going to do here. Like, are they going to be like Yasuke is the canon choice, or is it just like their stories are intertwined? Like, that's the part I'm really curious about.
That is a good question, because I don't believe that they are related.
Right.
In any way.
it'd be very interesting. So
what if you have? Honestly, I don't even know how Basim would be related to either one of them either, but let's just say Basim is related to the lady for the sake of the argument. Maybe they'll bring in somebody else. Maybe Layla, she left Valhalla like, yo, Basim did me dirty. I gotta come back in here. And so we see her part of the story.
Maybe.
I don't know. Maybe there's two people that are entering the Animus now instead of just one.
Could be. I don't know. There's definitely a lot to be desired. I wish they would have showed some gameplay. I know this is like the world premiere trailer, and we'll get more, but
yeah, the Ubisoft event's in June, I believe. So we'll probably see some more there or at Summer Game Fest, one of the two.
That's good. I'm interested. What do you think about this online required thing? I know that was a hubbub in the Discord.
I need to go back and read that, but I was also scared to be reading stuff in Discord.
I was too. I just saw, I think I forgot who posted it, but it was like, it specifically said single player game on PlayStation, but underneath it did say online required. And I would assume it's probably saying the same on Xbox. Yeah. So, that caused quite a bit of stir.
Yeah, so there's a couple ways this could go down for me in my head, maybe 3 ways. So the first one being that there will be a multiplayer component, which isn't really that surprising because I feel like Assassin's Creed has a history of it. I don't know if Valhalla had a multiplayer or Mirage, but I know that they have done it in the past.
Right.
So there could be that, and they just haven't announced it yet. There could also be a lot of games now, they have an online requirement or like requirement for internet connection, and it's only like every so often they'll check to see if you have the license to play the game that you're playing, which is, I don't know why we need to like just assign the code to my account so you know that I have the license. Like, you don't need to keep checking because, you know, not everywhere in the world, not even just specifically this country, but everywhere in the world, like the internet is different speeds, all that kind of stuff. So it could be that where maybe the game has like some DRM tool installed. The third thing, maybe I only had 2. I'm trying to think, what would the third thing be? I don't know.
The only thing that I was thinking, and I can't remember what they were going to be calling it, but remember that when I think it was right after Mirage, they were like, we're going to do this Assassin's Creed almost like as a service thing.
Yeah, the Assassin's Creed Infinity.
That's what it was, yeah.
That's a good point. You reminded me of something that I read earlier on Reddit, so take it with a grain of salt.
Fair.
But they were saying that Assassin's Creed Shadows, right? It's called Shadows officially?
Mm-hmm.
So Assassin's Creed Shadows. Okay. Because I heard you say I froze, and I was like, wait, really? And I kept hearing you, but I don't know.
Okay.
But anyway.
So yeah, the last thing you were like is I heard on Discord, so take it with a grain of salt.
Yeah. I heard on Reddit that
Reddit.
Assassin's Creed Shadows will be launching through Ubisoft's Assassin's Creed Infinity platform, or like at least they want to start building that up, and so Assassin's Creed Shadows could be the first title on that. And then there's also been some rumors about like supposed data leaks for DLC already, which that does not make me happy at all. The game has not come out. Why is there DLC? But there are some things about the platform where you can see like separate missions that would be a part of Assassin's Creed Shadows that I guess you would just have to play separately through Assassin's Creed Infinity, or however that might work. So that could also be the online connectivity thing too. So that was a good one to bring up, Didge.
Interesting. I guess, I mean, like I said, it's a world premiere trailer. There's a lot of questions, very few answers. Yes. But as far as did this get me hyped immediately? Yeah, I've been wanting to be an actual ninja in something for so long. Like I said, the only drawback is I'm really scared that the samurai aspect is going to feel like Ghost.
You know, I feel like it's a bittersweet kind of thing. Because on the one hand, you don't want it to be like this other game that you already played. On the other hand, that game was very good. That game was very good.
It was, and I'm very much waiting for a Ghost 2.
Yes.
But I don't want like a Ghost 0.5 because this is just...
Yeah, and that's the other thing that it's just unfortunate that it's taken this long to get in like Assassin's Creed Japan, because Ghost of Tsushima for me was effectively like fulfilling that dream that I always had of playing Assassin's Creed Japan. And now they've come back like, wait, we're gonna do it now. So now it's almost like there's been a standard created by a whole different studio as far as like how you should do this and how it can be done right, which is unfortunate for Ubisoft. So I don't want it to be like a Ghost of Tsushima like 1.5.
Yeah. Because I mean, even outside of Ghost, there's Rise of the Ronin that came out recently.
Yeah, Rise of the Ronin.
So like there was that. I'm sure a lot of people played Sekiro, which I didn't play, but I know it from what friends who I know played it, they said it was very samurai based.
Yeah.
So it's like in the span of the last 5 or 6 years or so, you've gotten 2 very good samurai games and one that was above average.
Yeah.
So you kind of
more coming.
Yeah, there's more that are coming. Now, leaning heavily into the ninja side of it, I'm all here for. So like that's probably where I feel like I would want to spend more of my time. But, you know, also getting a better adaptation of Yasuke.
Yeah.
It's also really good.
Yeah, that's honestly what I'm looking forward to the most, and it leaves me a little bit conflicted, because we play Assassin's Creed, or at least I don't know. From my viewpoint of Assassin's Creed, it's always been about like the stealth, like adopting the assassin mantra, all that stuff. And more recent Assassin's Creed, they've been a little bit more flexible to try and bring people in. But I feel like they also lost that, like, we're about the stealth, like, like, I think Assassin's Creed was like the Dark Souls of stealth. Like, you're coming here for this specific thing, and it's not going to be easy to accomplish, but when you pull it off, like, you're going to be really happy with yourself. I think they kind of lost that the past couple years. I'll have to look into Mirage and see like what people are feeling. I got like a lukewarm reception from when people were initially talking about it, so I'll definitely have to follow up on that. But I know that one of the reasons why like I was excited for it, and like a lot of other Assassin's Creed fans were excited for Mirage, was because they were leaning back into that stealth element that like you don't have to have like a certain level to kill an enemy, like that you just drop down on, like just because you're like he's one level above you, like, oh, he didn't kill me, have to fight me now. So, which I thought was stupid, but I think they are kind of bringing that element back, which is interesting for this game. We'll see how that goes. I don't know. I feel like I went on a whole tangent. Basically, I'm looking forward to Yasuke, but I'm conflicted because I really should be looking forward to more the ninja stuff. Because that's where I think Assassin's Creed shines the most. So I'm conflicted.
No, that's fair. I think that's probably most people right now.
Yeah.
I will say I don't want it to necessarily temper your expectations or anything, but the team that did this Assassin's Creed in Ubisoft is the same one that did Odyssey. So there could be a lot of similarities between those two. Now for me, that's amazing. I loved Odyssey. Odyssey, I'm going on record and say it's my favorite of the Assassin's Creed. So I'm really excited hearing that. But I know for some people that wasn't what they were looking for. So
yeah,
something to keep in mind.
I actually haven't played an Assassin's Creed since I finished Black Flag. I started Unity and I was like, and I haven't played one since then. So Odyssey, I was actually really hyped for seeing the announcement because I thought they were gonna like lean a little bit more into like the Greek mythos and stuff like that. And from what I've seen, it was kind of like there's little hints and nods every now and again, but it's just like Assassins in Greece, pretty much, But I have heard good things about it. So I actually just bought the Assassin's Creed collection like not too long ago. So I'm gonna have to boot up Odyssey.
Yeah, I think it does lean very. I would say, I think, like you said, it kind of is probably a good way to put it, because it takes a lot from the Greek mythos. Like it takes a lot from Greek mythology, but they have the whole Isu race in Assassin's Creed like that, and they essentially make all of like the gods, goddesses, and even some of the other just prominent figures in Greek mythology of that race. And the way they do it, it fits really well for me. And I don't want this to turn into like an Odyssey, review or anything. But I really did like what they did with it, and how they sort of built the world of that game. So yeah.
Okay, well at least they got a good team behind it. They know that people have been looking forward to this for a long time. So I feel like, now is as good a chance as any for Ubisoft to really to put their foot into this and say, like, we gotta win this one.
Yeah,
if we don't win this one, they would be in trouble. And so far, they put out pretty good games. Prince of Persia was received really well.
Yeah,
maybe didn't live up to Ubisoft standards, but everybody else was like really enjoyed it. They have another Prince of Persia on the way. Funny enough, we'll see what happens with that.
I'm really curious about that one.
Yeah, they make interesting choices, but let's hope none of those made it into that game or to Shadows.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Do you have anything else? I think this is pretty much what we got for right now. I'm excited to see the next stuff that comes out from it, and I'm really excited to see what Summer Games Fest. This is sort of like the start of that. I feel like getting
hype.
yeah, you're getting to that point where we're gonna have a lot more stuff coming out, and I'm really excited to see the rest, like the news for the rest of the year.
Yeah, same here. I saw, or I can't remember if I was listening to a podcast or something when I heard this, but someone was saying that Ubisoft is like kind of trying to get ahead of Summer Game Fest. That way they can have a little bit of the spotlight, or at least hold the spotlight for a second, which I think is kind of smart because, everybody's competing for attention during Summer Game Fest. But if you announce something within like these next few weeks before it, like you have a pretty good chance of at least people getting some eyes on it. So I think it was a good move, and I think also hopefully is showing their faith in this and wanting to continue to build the hype into Summer Game Fest. So I'm definitely looking forward to seeing what they have more. And like you were mentioning, definitely want to see some gameplay. Every Ubisoft cinematic trailer has always been like, yeah, this is the game, I'm gonna get it. and then when I see the actual gameplay, my thoughts do change.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
maybe I'll hold off, maybe I'll wait till
so definitely want to see some gameplay, but I feel like there's a slim chance that they'll lose me. Like, I've been waiting for this for a long time, so even if, like, the initial gameplay doesn't impress me, I'm willing to get on the copium and be like, you know what? It's gonna keep getting better. It's gonna keep getting better.
That's fair. That's very fair.
All
right, well, I think for me, until next time, I think Ubisoft, I think theirs might be the first showcase. I know it's June, beginning of June, like, first couple of weeks. So I think they might have the first big showcase of Summer Games Fest. I don't know when Microsoft's is.
Let's see. Ubisoft's is June 10th. Microsoft's is June 9th.
Ooh, okay. So they might be the first.